Yo, Truth Seekers. It's your resident rebel here. I just managed to slip past the Titan's security and jack into their tower database. They've got files on everything, including some shocking stuff about where our bananas come from. I'm recording this straight from their mainframe, so buckle up while we peel back this story. Until the mid-1800s, bananas rarely reached North American and European markets. They ripened too quickly to survive long voyages. That changed in 1870 when Sea Captain Lorenzo Dow Baker stopped in Jamaica and filled his cargo hold with 160 bunches of bananas. He sold them in Jersey City at a huge profit, proving that the fruit could be shipped if handled correctly. United Fruit didn't just build plantations, it built empires. The term Banana Republic was coined in the early 20th century to describe countries whose economies and politics were dominated by a single exported product. Foreign corporations controlled the land, infrastructure and politics, creating extreme wealth for a few and poverty for many. In Honduras, the company orchestrated a 1911 coup d'etat to install a government friendly to its interests. In Guatemala, the democratically elected president Jacobo Arbenz attempted land reforms, only to be ousted in 1954 by a US-backed coup that protected United Fruit's holdings. The company owned 3.5 million acres of land in Central America by the 1930s. The exploitation of workers boiled over in 1928 in Colombia. Some 25,000 plantation laborers went on strike for better wages, shorter workdays and payment in cash instead of company scrip. On the 6th of December 1928, Colombian troops opened fire on the strikers in Ciénaga, killing at least dozens and possibly over 1,000 people. The Banana Massacre shocked the world and inspired parts of Gabriel Garcia Marquez's novel 100 Years of Solitude. Today's banana supply chain is a finely tuned machine. On a plantation, workers cut clusters when they are still green and move them along an overhead track to a sorting station. Each hand is inspected and packed into 40-pound, 18 kilograms boxes, 48 boxes to a pallet. The pallets are trucked to ports like Puerto Moín in Costa Rica and loaded into refrigerated containers, 20 pallets per container, before being hoisted onto ships. At destination ports such as New Orleans, containers are transferred to rail and truck for distribution. Bananas are moved into sealed ripening rooms where ethylene gas is injected to control the ripening process. Retailers request bananas at specific stages, hard green, green or yellow, and supermarket produce managers coordinate deliveries so fruit hits the shelves just right. Despite their perishable nature, bananas are the most frequently purchased grocery item in the United States, and in 2019 growers exported over 21 million tons worldwide. Bananas are grown in more than 150 countries, providing food and income for millions. World production of bananas and plantains reached about 148 million tons in 2016, with India and China accounting for 28% of the total. Yet only about 15% of bananas enter international trade, most are eaten locally. Over 90% of export bananas come from Central and South America and the Philippines, while the European Union, United States, China, Russia and Japan are the largest importers. Ecuador and the Philippines are the top exporters, shipping 5.4 and 3.3 million tons respectively. The industry used to be dominated by a few multinationals. In 2013, 5 companies, Chiquita, Fiefs, Dole, Fresh Del Monte and Noboa, controlled 44% of the international banana trade. Their combined market share has fallen from 70% in 2002, as they've sold plantations and rely more on independent growers. Today, major supermarket chains in the US and Europe have gained market power by sourcing bananas directly from growers, bypassing traditional fruit companies. The global banana boom carries heavy costs. Bananas are one of the world's most pesticide-intensive crops. Growers often receive unsustainably low prices, and wages can account for up to 45% of production costs. Reducing pesticide use is vital for worker health, yet more than 350 million people suffer pesticide poisoning each year. In Costa Rica, around 1,500 banana workers have alleged that exposure to the pesticide DBCP left them sterile. Women often work in packing houses rather than fields because pregnant women and fetuses are at high risk from chemicals. The industry also grapples with plant diseases. Fusarium wilt tropical race 4, TR4, is a soil-borne fungus that can wipe out plantations and is spread by contaminated equipment. TR4 threatens the Cavendish variety that dominates global trade. Once soils are infected, they may remain unusable for decades. Climate change exacerbates these risks by making droughts, floods, and hurricanes more frequent, further threatening global supplies and smallholder livelihoods. Human rights groups also highlight that forced labor and child labor still occur in some banana exporting countries. Ensuring fair wages and safe conditions remains a pressing challenge. Despite the challenges, the banana story is far from over. Smallholder farmers depend on bananas for food and income. In some countries, banana income makes up around 3/4 of total household earnings. Fair trade organizations and unions are pushing for living wages, safe working conditions, and sustainable prices. Research institutes are breeding new banana varieties resistant to diseases like TR4 and exploring diversified agroforestry systems. Consumers have a role too. By choosing bananas certified by Fairtrade or Rainforest Alliance, we can support growers who receive better prices and meet environmental standards. The next time you peel a banana, remember the thousands of miles it traveled, the hands that harvested it, and the complex history behind this humble fruit.